morning, everyone. I feel kind of fortunate I'm staying on this side now, so I don't mind if you guys post scores for my presentation at the end of the presentation. Just kidding. Just a note for the Olympics there. I want to welcome you all here to our first day at the old Adams City High School site. She has served our community very well for many, many years, and thousands of students have walked through her halls and learned and grown and are now members of our community and returning to our high school to be teachers and part of our district. This year marks the beginning of the end for Adams City High School in its current location, where many alumni will come back, friends and family, former staff members will have homecomings throughout the school year to remember how she served our community very well. This also marks the beginning of a countdown. A year from now, we will have the opening of the brand new high school located at 72nd Quebec. And we're excited about that countdown as we see it grow quickly and flourish over on the corner there to replace this place and provide our students with great academic opportunities. A modern facility will prepare our students for the 21st century. So at this time, I would like to thank you all for joining us here today for this, and I would like to welcome Madam President Jeanette Lewis.
Thank you, Mr. Paxton, and good morning. I want to thank you for allowing me to be a part of this very historical day. It is a sad day, but also a day of happiness, because next year we'll be starting a new venture in a brand new building, which all of the students and all of the community members in District 14 so richly deserve. You know, I have so many great memories of this old building. My husband attended Adams City High School in the 1950s, and he also has lots of memories. But I would like to just step back in history and in time and tell you that I started my career right out here in this Circle Drive as a school bus driver, a mere 43 years ago. I later moved into the high school as the attendance secretary. Nobody likes the attendance secretary. Teachers don't like them, parents don't like them, and the kids really don't like them. So, but yet you bond with the kids, they bond with you, and there's respect and there's love for each of all of us. And I want to talk about the few things that happened when I was here, about our homecomings. In the fall, we always had a homecoming, and you kids don't get to do what they did back then. I'm going to tell you a few things that they did. Don't try it, because you'll get in trouble. But, and I know there's a few here in the audience that are going to remember this, but at homecoming, at the end of the week, the big thing to do was to borrow a pig from Nelson's hog ranch. And when I mean borrow, they most often didn't ask. They just borrowed. And this little baby pig would end up in the halls of Adams City High School, greased, and I'm sure it was with bacon grease, where it ran loose until Mr. Nelson was called, and he came and rescued that poor pig. And then the students would always have their grand finale. They always had a funeral, casket, pallbearers, and the band, and they marched through the halls, and of course the person that was in the casket was the team they were going to play at homecoming. And then they always had their floats out here in the Circle Drive. And that was a big thing, because if you were part of that crowd of helping to build those floats, it was what you called an excused ditch day, because you were in charge of guarding these floats, because sometimes those floats disappeared for a few hours until somebody could locate them. And then, of course, in the 70s, when we go back, we have to think of, that was the great time of streaking. And the gentlemen of Adams City High School were not going to be undone when it came to that. And at that time, in the center of this building, where your commons area is, that was a grassed area. So you could make a run from here through the grassed area over to the big store across the street. So don't try it now, kids, because you're going to get in trouble. But those are some of the things that they used to do. And we did have our rival teams, and Brighton High School was one of our rivals. We also had one of the top-notch stage bands in the state of Colorado. We went to Akron, Colorado every year to perform in the competition, and we always came back with honors. You have a lot of history here. This is a small town. We have absolutely the greatest kids in the world. That's the one thing that's never changed. Times have changed. Your dress has changed. Curriculum's changed. This building has changed. But you have not changed. You're still the very greatest that there is in the state of Colorado, and you should be proud of yourself. Be proud of this building. Be proud of the history that it's given this community for so many years. And I just leave with you with one thought. When you leave this building in the spring, remember this is your last chance. It's your final year here. And pay homage to this grand old building by making your memories the souvenir that you'll take with your final days. And it's my pleasure now to introduce Dr. John Lang, Superintendent of Schools.